RPG adventure. So we are so glad to have you. Got some shout outs to go through. Everything going good, Rune? Everything good on your end? Okay. Cool. Just making sure everything's good. Um, so shout outs. We'll start off with once more Sean Wilson. Thank you so much for the awesome shout out today. The traction that helped Eidos Tamers on Royal Road was incredible. I cannot thank you enough. You guys should really check out Ultimate Level 1. The 2 books on Amazon they've exploded over the past few months. Please check them out. He also has a new Viking story, Viking Isekai, that's really cool. So check it out. It just went live the same week ours did last week. So it was already #1 on Rising Stars. So please check him out. We cannot thank you enough for all the help. It's been awesome. Thank you. Next, we have a new author named Lee Monroe. Lee had a story debut a couple weeks ago. It's called The Grey Files. It's a vampire lord lit RPG. It's pretty cool. Huge shout out to him for wanting to connect and check out stories and stuff. I know he shouted us out as well. So thank you, Lee, for all that. It's been really cool. Next, JJ Hutto. I hope I'm saying that right. I know he goes by JTB on Discord. He has a series out called Son of Flame about I think it's an Isekai firefighter. It's been pretty cool. I know book 3 is going right now, so please check him out. I actually heard about his story on the Crit RPG podcast, which is another huge shout out. Thank you to those guys for all the awesome info and stuff you've shared over the past year. It's been really cool. Let's see here. One more author we got. Their name is Lucian T. Ionar. The Saga of Karis, book 1 and 2 is currently available, so please check them out. It's been really cool connecting with these authors, seeing their different works and stuff. It's really awesome. I recommend these books not because they just recommended us. The chapters I've been able to check out, it's been really awesome. So these guys are trying to make their dream come true just like we are, so please check it out. What else we got? Another shout out to Metal Weave Games for the awesome system that we're using tonight. It's been really cool. We are required to have a disclaimer that Animon Story was designed with Pokemon, Digimon stuff in mind for PG-13, and our stuff is a bit more post-apocalyptic, end of the world. Our monsters want to eat your face. So there's that. We got that out of the way. So yeah, I have this awesome cast with me again tonight. We will start to my left, which I believe is that Jackson or Eli, or is that who's to my immediate left? Eli is to my right. Wow, mirroring. Eli, who are you? Where can they find you? And all the things.
My name is Eli. I'm playing Jackson Blake. Please call him Jackson. He doesn't like anything but Jackson. I am an education student and an artist, and I did some of the art that you see on your screen. I did our character art. You can find me at Lyson Art on Instagram. I'm excited to be here. Jackson is less excited. He's a bit upset.
That is awesome. Let's see who is next. It looks like it's going to be below Jackson. Below Eli, we have Bella, who plays Jesse.
Oh.
You up?
Hi, I'm Bella. I do things, and I'm currently having trouble remembering where you can find me, which is good, because I don't like being approached in the streets.
You can find them on Pinterest. I've also shared their artwork with us. They actually did the awesome Mon work you're seeing in the layover. Their stuff has been great. They actually did the awesome cover art for Eidos Tamers. If you haven't got to see that on Royal Road, it looks a little something like this, but it looks a lot cooler in the full picture. Their work has been awesome. It's been great to work with Bella this summer. Thank you for everything, Bella. Bella's actually in the room with me here, so it's been pretty cool. And last but not least, we have the wonderful Dawn. Thank you so much. Who are you? Where can they find you? Who you playing? All the spiel.
You can find me right behind you. Actually, turn around. Just kidding. Don, I'm playing Don Kai. I'll mostly just be here. You might see me on other games. Depends on it. Schedules, the world. I'm just happy
Oh,
to
yeah.
be a part and to get into this. I would say right now, Don is half ecstatic because one of his plans finally came through,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to keep the mind busy, not dwell on anything else but the main
Right.
objective.
Right. Survival, I guess. Or
Mhm.
you're still looking for that Isekai truck. I don't know. So,
mean-
speaking of Isekai truck, there is a story on Royal Road that's about it's like waiting on Truck Coon or something like that. It's on Rising Stars right now. You should go check it out. Everybody should check it out. It's pretty funny. And because they're begging for it in chat, shout out to the Inner Geekdom. Thank you for having me on your podcast last week to be able to promote Eidos Tamers. It was really cool. I really appreciate you guys. You're okay. So, is that all the shout outs we got set up? I think that's the shout outs we got set up. A lot of authors have come up and been like, yeah, I want to connect with these shout out stuff. Hopefully they're getting to come. Some of them are getting to come see. It's been really cool. Oh yeah, shout out to Casually Ham for all the edit stuff. It's been really cool. And shout out to what was their name again? Elias. Yeah, Elias, who commented on the newest chapter of Eidos Tamers today with a typo, but I'm ignoring the fact there was a typo and they called me a hoe because of the cliffhanger. And it is the greatest compliment I have ever received as a writer. So thank you. I refuse to believe it was a typo. It is a fantastic compliment. Thank you so much. It was pretty great. So, anywho, does anybody know where we left off last week?
We were in the big fancy lake house, dying on the inside as we realized we had to go to a safe house or safe. I don't safe safe
Safe
zone.
zone.
Safe zone.
So, yeah, you all managed to make it to Jesse's grandfather's cabin, where you all were going to lay out everything. As you all got settled in, each of you managed to capture an Eidos for your own. Got Chess the cat, Moogie the snake, and
Jesse has not named the ram yet. I don't
Ram.
think. At
That's
least
right.
not on screen. Not on stream.
Not yet. Not on screen. So, yeah. Thanks, Lucky. You is a hope. Thank you, Lucky. So y'all make it to cabin to wait out the apocalypse as what seems to be a countdown clock is going down on these bracers that have somehow attached themselves to your wrist, and every human you've come across has one. And it's connecting you to allow you to not only interact with these monsters known as Eidos, but even tame them as well. That being said, as the safe space, thank goodness, as the map system came into play and was activated, you all noticed that there were locations on your maps of safe zones. Some of them not so nearby, but you can get to them fairly easy enough. That being said, where you are out in the wilderness, you all are fairly safe for the most part. It's going to take time to really batten down the hatches, so to speak, of this cabin. But you each have them on that can defend yourselves. You are able to summon and call back. There's a lot of stuff going on that it's been a wild 5 hours. It's only been 5 hours since the end of the world started. So at this point, we put it about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And as you all are sitting either in the van or you all managed to begin unloading it to get into the safe house, that is up to you all. What are you all going to do?
Jesse is gonna make some bloody ramen.
Good. We will need some food. What all is left in the van?
Remember, you guys got a bunch of supplies, bunch of
Yes.
bottles of water. Y'all had snatched up some stuff from the city before you took off in a panic. Plus whatever Jesse may or may not have had. stored in the van themselves. So yeah,
I believe the recording that we all received just a little bit ago mentioned that our bracers had connected to a sort of communication system.
that's correct.
Jackson would want to open that feature up and see what that looks like.
Okay. So as you open up what looks to be a communications thing, you immediately notice that the only contact details that you have are those in your immediate vicinity, which means Darius, Kai, and Jesse. You notice that there is no other network feature in place that shows reaching outside that network. You only have their contact info. There's no way to dial anything, nothing. It's literally select a name. It's almost like it's half finished. So it's lagging a lot. The communications network is in place. That being said, you all did receive this strange broadcast from Victor Artino himself, who was the owner of these towers. His company owned these towers that caused this energy to go into the air that suddenly created these monsters running rampant. He didn't claim responsibility. He actually shifted blame to another, blamed the scientist that worked for him. So he did claim ownership of the bracers, but they seem half finished.
Hmm.
How's Chess doing? I know he got a little wet last time.
Yeah, miserable. It's
Mhm.
they're trying to like lay out in the sun. Like they actually went down the little dock that's near the lake where the house is, and they're just like laid out almost like full starfish, just trying to dry off.
Uh, Jackson would go up to. Is he like laying belly up or belly down?
Belly down.
He would go and just like start at the top of his head, just sort of pet downward.
It feels like wet sandstone.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that you just feel that grain texture. It's
Mm-hmm.
and like, but as you do it, there's a soft purr that starts rumbling in, like within chest.
Mm-hmm.
It's all. I'm not gonna say it's begrudging, but you're rubbing water into rock.
Yeah.
So
Jackson would call it. Jesse, do you have like? Do you think you have towels in there?
Probably.
Look down at Jess. You want to go get a? You want to go get a towel? Do you know what a towel? Can I imagine a towel to you?
as you begin to try that, just like a towel, um, the cat kind of stops purring, looks up at you, kind of like turns their head, and immediately as you try to give the image of a towel, Chess's eyes go big again, and you like see him like making like biscuits, wanting to like. It reminded him of Moogie's tail. Like maybe I could get my claws into that. So yeah. So maybe could work. Like you actually get like from your bond with Chess, you actually get like a. As long I could go again. I think I can get it this time. Maybe this one will be like a lot easier to get. I mean, he's nothing if not eager.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man, I get the impulsive one. Okay. Day. And Jackson's gonna go try to find a towel.
Okay. As you get up and begin to walk away, you immediately feel like a telling me what to do, but he stays. And you go look for a towel. So, what are the rest of y'all doing?
Not sorry about hosing your cat.
Don's is going to be bringing in the stacks of water, and he'll leave like one out, probably like a couple bottles in the car, just in case. But he'll take the main bunch, everything inside. He'll start taking a look at the layout of the lake house and get a good look around, see what can
All right
be.
then. Okay. Well, that being said, Jesse, it is your lake house. Would you like to describe it, or do you want me to?
There's only one room that I am gonna describe, and it's the attic, which Jesse is refusing to go up to. So I guess there's no reason to describe it. So go ahead
No.
and just describe it.
Noted. So as you all go in, you definitely notice an attic. That, yeah, we see access to an attic. It's just leave it alone apparently. But the cabin's enough to have like a living room that goes into the kitchen, like an open floor plan. And there is a what looks to be a bathroom, and there is what looks to be like 2 other bedrooms downstairs. So it's very compact, very simple, does the job. Um, because I love you all, it has well water. So you have access to a manual pump and some water.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
so I'm just saying, if I was a rich grandpa and loved living out in the boonies, I'd try to keep it as rustic as possible. You may not, but for the sake of this, we are. I'm going to spoil you all a little bit. So, yeah, there's no power. Everything is just basic, but there are some candles and stuff. You're able to light a few lanterns and stuff. But overall, it's homey. The windows actually have wooden shutters. You're going to be able to close stuff up if you need to, and batten them down. But it's going to take some time to actually get the place like secured if you're trying to keep, face-eating monsters out of.
True. On that note, though, while
Mhm.
he is like going like back and forth between the card place, he'll turn to Jackson. Hey, JJ.
Jackson,
Yeah. So I was thinking, and
where are
he's
you?
like, yeah. So Armands, right?
Yeah,
Our guys. They control like the elements and stuff, right? I got
sorta.
my Boogie is a wind type,
Mhm.
and yours, I'm just gonna guess from the general texture, weight, appearance, rock.
No, Chess is a water type.
Darn, that really.
That was a joke.
Oh,
No, the sarcasm. It was he is an earth type. You were right.
oh, man.
He doesn't like water. I'm learning. That's why I have a towel.
Oh yeah, man. You're always a clever one. You know that. That's why I like you. But if they are rock type or like earth type or whatever, I need to look up the typings. And he got switches on, but that means he can make more rock. He can pull it up.
Well,
You see what
I
I'm
don't know
getting at
what he
here?
no, I don't know what he can and can't do. All I've seen is
We need.
he chased your snake and he tore up my arm.
And he got hit by a car.
He got hit by a car.
Yeah, I got my arm messed up pretty badly as well. But we live and we learn, and we are living. So it's time to start learning. We need to see what our mons can do. Because if
Okay.
I'm right, your mon may be a really big help here. Hey,
Okay.
Jesse! And he's gonna like yell in.
Jesse is sitting on the couch, staring into the middle distance, not saying anything. Yeah.
How you doing, bud?
You need help with anything?
Oh no, I'm mostly already finished. I just think it's time for us to have a big, touch base, a big end of the world meeting. Let's call it. Like one of many to come.
Jesse gets up. Are you two sitting on a couch or something?
I thought we were just walking, talking as he's going back and forth.
Either way, Jesse walks up, stands between you, slings their arms around your shoulders, and just slumps and lets you carry their weight.
That he normally assumes that's gonna happen, so he's like picks up.
Jackson's struggling.
All right, end of the world meeting. What are we doing?
Okay, guys, it's time to how best do I say this? It's time to go to the next phase in Plan K. Pretty sure that was a number or letter. I had a lot. Anyway, it's time for the next phase, guys, which is assessments. We need to see what we can do.
Okay.
There are 4 doors on the ground level. Most of the windows are pretty fragile, but at least they're all kind of facing the same direction. Don't ask why he made that decision. I don't know.
So no back windows?
No.
Or just all on the front? I mean, hey, you want to
Grandfather
wake up with the
was
sun. I understand that. You want to early to rise.
quite the architect here.
Truly, my condolences, by the way.
Outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, what? Still just being carried.
So what are you gonna name your mon?
What did you name your mom?
See, I had a real good idea. Moogie.
Like Noogie? With an M.
No, like
Mo-
IMOOG. Or MOOGI. Moogie.
You
Short
know
for
what I
Imoogie.
you know what I like about you, Darius?
What's up?
It's nice to have a fellow weeb.
I knew you'd understand that reference.
I got the
Jesse,
reference too.
And he like reaches over, pats you on the shoulder, like brings it in for like a big 3. All of us. Now let's survive
contest.
the end of the world.
It's around this point that Chess has come up. Like, you get this vibe of just like, where's my towel?
My cat, and then I just walk out the door.
Still holding
Sort
you.
of like help is on the way, dear, with this towel in my hands, and when I get to Chess on the dock, just
Follow after him.
You just throw it on the dock.
just sort of like on top of Chess, and then like I get on my knees,
Mhm.
just like rub onto him, trying to get like
Mhm.
the excess moisture off.
Okay. It's a like big purse, clawing and chewing on part of the towel that's went over his head. But yeah, like you're able to get him dried. It helps. He enjoys the towel rubs, the scritches, all of it. It's a win. You're getting a lot of brownie points right now.
This is nice.
Has that thing, your cat, has that attacked you since you did the thing with the thing?
No, he left some pretty deep scars in my forearm, but after that, I think we're on good terms.
Come on. Bring him
Those are
out.
called impressions.
Bring him out.
I like pull the towel just behind his head so we can like look around.
Maybe I shouldn't, bring something that breathes fire into a house.
I mean, we're out on the dock where
We are?
Chess still
Okay,
was, right?
Yeah, Chess is on the dock.
okay.
And he would have like carried you with since you were just still sliding, he would have carried you with him as you like chased afterwards.
Oh yeah, totally carried you out of the house, down the steps, all the way to the dock.
Yep. Like it's
Still
another
draped.
normal day.
Still draped.
Harry's.
Okay, I summoned the ram very clumsily.
Okay, so as you hit summon, you see orange particles begin to just pour out of your bracer, all coalescing into the form of a familiar ram you had just sprayed with water maybe an hour ago. So as it comes into place, you immediately feel your bond begin to connect with this ram. And the first thing you get is, why the water? I don't like water. As it comes into place, you see it standing there. You see its horns begin to like kind of glow and ember. You see it kind of turn its head as it looks at you and just very loudly and blatantly just blah at you.
Get over
All
it.
right. All right. Time for you two to bond. And he like lets you down on your feet. Okay.
So-
the ram with your face be annoying.
Said
Like as the ram light comes up, like as you're not, yeah, as you're, did you say you're not looking at the ram? Like, what are you doing?
I am now on the ground because I was too lazy to stand.
So as you're laying there, the ram kind of comes up, and you immediately feel like a headbutt, a little bit harder than it should be, a bit warm, but the ram is like trying to figure you out because it is a bit confused. It was on its own on a roof, and then suddenly appeared, and like you all appeared in a van. You tried to get in the van. That was apparently frowned upon. Because the thing was about to set you all on fire in the van. It was getting pretty close. But you tamed it, and you are now bonded to this thing, this living creature that is trying to figure out life itself, just like you all are, as it is now looking to you for guidance, Jesse.
I have one statement. I don't think either Jackson or Darius has mentioned what it feels like to be bonded to these things. So it's not like Jesse knows that they can try to telepathy thoughts into the head. Second thing, I was going to say something, but the words fell out of my ears. Jesse looks at it. Do you think, now grabbing it by the fluff, do you think they're gonna start doing like dog fighting with these things?
I hope not.
I mean, we kind of already did though.
Yeah. All right.
Disclaimer: we at Artificer Alley do not condone dogfighting in any shape, size, or form.
In any
Do not take
universe.
us that. We do not like Michael Vick either. I'm glad he's reformed. Thank you for that. Dogfighting is frowned upon. We now return you to your originally scheduled tabletop RPG.
Sorry.
Well, what we did was more for taming purposes, not for like
Sport. It wasn't for sport,
entertainment.
guys.
Hey, Ram. Start walking. Still holding on.
And it starts walking just in a circle because it doesn't know where to go. It's just in a circle. So as you all are going through this assessment, which is going very well, by the way,
I'm running up.
Darius, you are seeing what you have to work with to survive the end of the world and the Mon phenomenon that has took place. Go for it.
Into the world with the buddies. Nothing better. And he's going to reach out through his bond to Mugi, and he's going to like try to send the feeling of what would be a good word for this? He's trying to send the feeling of family bonding time. He's trying to send that feeling of, hey, it's time to meet everyone. Rise and shine. Let's get ready for the day. And he's gonna send that feeling to Mugi.
Now, Mugi was summoned.
Mhm.
After
There's
dealing with the
no-
ram,
Yeah.
did Mugi go back into the van to like corral the hula skirt thing on, or
Oh yeah, I would imagine he would have let them like just lounge around after their, I guess, successful what did you say, taming session, and like pet them, like give them like that was great, you did an awesome job. As he was like every time he came back out into the van to like take something, he was like, you're great, doing great, be ready, and he like goes out, really
okay.
trying to
So
build a bond with them.
okay, so you're calling Mugi out,
Mhm.
and so as like Mugi kind of floats out of the window because being and having air affinity, this one can float, fly, and levitate a bit.
Mhm.
Kind of just like it kind of like stretches a bit. Just okay, here I am. You've called me. I have arrived. And immediately, as you've pulled the towel away from Chess's eyes are like, "That was fun," and sees Moogie's tail a bit, and zeroes in just a little.
Chess, no, no. Like sort of like wrap my arms around like his breastbone. Just no,
Mhm.
don't do this again.
Uh,
Don't do this again.
Oh,
I'm gonna offer my arm to them, like, come on,
mhm, mhm.
you
Very
got this.
quickly, kind of this. He sees it. He like darts over real quick, wraps around your arm, and it's like now his head's like resting on your shoulder.
Awesome.
So
So I'm gonna need everyone to any like motions for their bracers, and like swipes the screen. Look at your mon stats, and like show them the skills and things, and we're all gonna tell each other
okay,
because
so mhm,
he's saying the key to surviving is that this is a trust triangle slash circle, including the mons. You can always be open and honest in here.
Are we forming a mercenary guild?
No.
You like,
It kind of feels like that right now. I mean, we have these things.
he motions
Work.
to you.
For self defense, not for mercenary work.
I mean, yeah, who's gonna pay us?
It doesn't
That-
have to be paid.
That
I mean,
pay is not why we shouldn't kill people.
I never said anything about killing people. It's just,
What does
Neither did I.
mercenary
Neither
work
did I.
mean to you two?
I've seen the
general.
apocalypse movies, man. I'm just saying.
Hmm?
Worst case scenario,
Apocalypse-
we do some stuff.
What apocalypse movies have you seen that involve mercenaries?
Ones where they
I
need
mean, they
something
gotta make
done,
an
ones
economy
that have the
after
right
the
men.
fact somehow.
Mhm.
How many people do you think actually tames these things yet?
That's actually a good point. I mean, we got he gestures to you and him. We got mauled before that even happened. Which,
Maybe
don't worry, I'm all better now. Let's see, pets.
maybe tomorrow or sometime soon we should make our way to the safe zone and maybe there's people there that can help us, tell us more information. We're kind of in the dark.
I I hope we can. but I'm not gonna hold my breath. That man's unless we like meet one of the what was the name of the sorry, what was the name of the industries?
Artino?
Artino?
Artino Industries. Mhm.
Unless we meet one of the
Artino.
Artino, unless we meet one of the Artino scientists who worked on this. I really don't. I'm not sure how widespread these were, and I wouldn't expect the government to tell the truth anytime soon.
Well, we either go there and take a chance on finding out something, or we stay here and ensure that we know nothing.
Fair point. But I would love us to at least know what our mons can do.
You know what I want to
Before
do if
we-
we're leaving? I want to close up all the windows and doors.
I was planning to batten down the hatches if we are going to go.
As long as I'm not walking into something.
Speaking of
Okay.
walking, should we? We shouldn't walk, right?
How much gas does the van have, or how much did we pick up at the gas station?
We got a full tank at the gas station. It's just, and we got like extra canisters. It's just, wait, is there I don't expect this house is connected to the grid. What's the generator like for this place?
I don't know.
Now, this is set at a time like in
Future, yeah.
like future. Also, remember your
Oh,
van
okay.
can run on solar power as well, because of hashtag van life. It's a thing apparently.
Mhm.
So there we go. So if you need to, you can actually connect your van to the cabin if necessary. Just got to make sure you have enough solar power to keep your solar system charged in your van.
Hmm.
So
Look, I
Awesome.
don't care what we're doing so long as we're doing something and so long as I'm not walking back to my grandpa's bedroom covered in scat. I don't.
Did
Do we have,
animals break in?
we got some raccoons in the walls.
Ah,
Okay.
do you
So,
think? Sorry.
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, do you think our mons like they were going after? Do you think they eat? Like, do we have to cook for them? Because those raccoons. I mean, what's the? They were turning into
Jekyll and
this
Hyde.
like sparkles when they were
What if
hurt.
I let your cat into the walls?
Well, then he'd get dirty, and then we'd have to clean him, and he doesn't like water.
Yeah. But then we wouldn't have rodents.
And they would be full.
And if they don't eat them, then we have rat carcasses.
Okay, I'll add that to the list of things that my cat can maybe do.
So,
So,
pulls out a list. Rats, carcasses.
okay. So yeah, go ahead, Jackson.
so how about here's what I'm thinking our plan should be. We stay here for tonight. We try to figure out what our capabilities are. We spend tonight resting, stocking up, securing this place. Then
Mhm.
tomorrow, we take the van and we start heading towards the safe zone. Once we get a good distance away from the safe zone, I say we ditch the van, put it in a place that is well hidden, and make the rest of the trek on foot. I don't want to take the van into somewhere that it might get confiscated. It didn't look like any
Definitely.
other car was working. So if they see a working van, they might want it.
Especially with all the mons coming out, they might just destroy any of the working ones.
Hmm.
Although I did see those sick driving skills yesterday, Jesse.
Thanks. I used to take it on the back roads. I got
yeah.
I fell in a lot of ditches.
Ah,
But it being a van, at least I was living comfortably until they found me. Usually about a week later. Very fun, except when it wasn't, which was often.
How are
So,
you alive?
I'm glad you are. And that sounds like a great plan, JJ.
thank you, Jackal.
Jackson.
Hmm.
So as you all settle in for the evening, work on um, getting the cabin uh, like boarded up, making sure things can't really get in. Don't know how well it'll do against a dragon should one come, but who knows? You gotta work with what you got. And as of right now, this is between the van and between the place. This is your best bet. So, as you all are left to your own devices, almost literally, you find yourselves just seeing what this bracer has to offer. And as of right now, it is not a lot. You can tame, you can summon. You have a communications network that works as good as a walkie-talkie because it's literally just the three of you. It's all in your contact list. And every now and then you can receive broadcasts, but you've only received the one from Victor Artino himself. So it's a bit missing. Now, if any of you have any experience in technology, then you all could even attempt to do a technology check if you wish to like really look this thing over and see if there's any way you can actually see any more of the code that's within it.
I'm
What would a
definitely gonna try to do
technology
that.
check, entail? What skill?
Okay. The test for that is going to be, I have to say, it's going to be a high challenge. It's going to be challenge 4. So, using your skills, let's see. What skill, like what stat do you think would work best for that, Bub?
Probably logic.
Logic?
Mhm.
Then go ahead and use your logic. The pull from your logic and your pull from your technology stuff, if you have anything specifically for that.
I have
Go for it.
academic knowledge. Is that something I could apply here?
With how far in the future this is set, like by canon, it's the year's 2096.
Mhm.
So I would say, yeah, we can make the argument that your education would definitely have some way of working with this. So, but the challenge is going to be 4. So you're going to need 4 successes, which with the Animon Story system, you get a pool of D6s that you're able to roll. And usually the difficulty for the test, if you've played any other tabletop RPGs, you set just a number based upon the number of successes they need. So yeah, there's you're able to determine the pool based upon the skill, like the stat, and your skills, what training you give your character as you build your character. So with that, how many successes did you get?
5.
Got a total of 5. How many dice did you have to roll?
I rolled 7 with my academic
Wow.
knowledge.
Yeah, okay. So with that, as you begin to tinker around with it, you have some experience with coding, and you actually have experience with Artino Industries Tech because they are one of the top industries that actually design most of the technological interfaces that you've dealt with, especially in school. In the world, everything that's technologically advanced usually uses their operating system. If this isn't Artino Industries' operating system, it's a pretty good copy. So you're actually able to get in and take a look at some of the code. And the first thing you immediately notice is that this bracer is only operating at probably 5% capacity. And it is waiting for updates to continue to progress forward to access just more things it can do. And there are a lot. So as you dig deeper into it, you notice, oddly enough, let's see here, where's the list? Well, there's actually a list I have. Let's see. So it has options for GPS real-time mapping. So it can actually track where you are in real time. And update the map should there be any topographical changes. You can also see that there could be options for updating like populations, either in the wild, including Eidos, or human population. There is the communications network you see is only working at the minimal setting, but you can definitely see code that would lead to future developments of being able to communicate across the globe potentially. The one network you do find that is working besides the back and forth messaging is an emergency SOS beacon system. There's also background work for what could be global reporting, audio, video calling, messaging. There's even potential code for what could be an application platform should it come to it. So awkwardly enough, this is just a cell phone that's born. It's a cell phone. But as you look deeper into this thing, you actually begin to see what looks to be code for biometric updating. You notice something called biofrequency synchronization. There is a lot of things built into this. Some of these things are phrases like, actually, with your background in genetics, you would actually recognize some of these phrases. Biofrequency is a newer term that's been researched to show that every living thing has its own frequency. Whether you go so far as diving into your own personal wavelengths for emotions or how you process sounds and stuff like that, to down to the very matter that makes you you. Everything has a frequency. And somehow this device can synchronize what seems to be Eidos frequency to you. You're now seeing how taming works. Nerd shit. So with your success, you're seeing higher details of how this thing works. And it is like you're to a point where you're like, if I go too deep, if there is a system administrator, then you might need to be a bit careful with some of the digging that you do. There is nothing in place to build off of this code yet because you don't have access, but you're seeing a lot of interesting code.
I think after going that far, Jackson would stop messing with the code. He'd tell the others about how this is meant to be upgraded, then it has a lot more capabilities than what we're seeing.
It definitely seemed to be tied to the clock that is timing down. And the one thing you did see heavy in the code that depending on how the tutorial plays out will determine how this system is updated. So yeah.
After reading or learning, understanding about the biofrequency, he'll sort of like look at chess and just sort of try to focus on his own frequency and sort of gesture to chess to, you want to go outside?
Okay. So as you're focusing, you're just like, okay. Okay. So say probably meditation. Probably just feeling your emotion back and forth. You get back no, I'm good. You kind of feel that vibe of I'm comfy. I'm good. I'm not gonna make it easy.
Can we go outside? Please.
Oh yeah. And like you don't hear words, but you feel that vibe of just like, oh yeah. Like,
Thank you.
as it gets up, just like does like a long stretch, definitely taking its time, very begrudgingly agreeing to follow you outside. At this point, the sun is beginning to set. It's getting into the afternoon. As you step outside, you see Moogie and Darius working on getting the shutters in place, making sure everything is boarded up properly and secure. So, what are you going to do?
Is it going okay out here?
Oh yeah, definitely. By the way, kind of like playfully punches you in the arm. Good idea on looking into code, man. Honestly, it slipped my mind with everything happening. But that is some next level hacker shit. If the boards were still up, I'll be singing your praises. And it goes back.
I mean, it's nothing crazy right now. Right now, these are just cell phones embedded in our arms, but they
Say,
could be a lot more.
yeah. Do you think we could put our heads together and maybe, if we had the proper resources and maybe some higher level access to the SDK of Artino, do you think we can make something?
I don't think it's a good idea.
Nah, of course not.
I mean, there's some server somewhere that someone has access to. If they're able to broadcast messages to anyone who has one of these, they probably have greater level access to them individually. I don't want to be looking somewhere that I'm pretty sure will be watched.
Yeah. Plus, that place is like crawling with bonds. We probably couldn't even get in. Sorry, thinking about something else.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
go over here and see see about chess. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
keep doing what you're doing. It looks great. It looks fortified.
I try my hardest.
Hmm. I'm gonna go
We
this way.
might need more. Hey Jesse, do we have any more screws or
Jesse is
nails for the hammer?
digging through stuff in the van and packing up. Pops head out. What?
Nails, fortifications.
Make them
More?
weird. What? Jesse clearly woke up from a nap, okay?
Checks out. Checks out. Completely checks out. So as you walk away, Jackson,
Mhm.
you feel like a soft vibe from Chess of ooh. And as you turn, you see as Moogie is hanging on Darius's back, and his tail kind of just waving. Like Chess is like hasn't jumped yet, but like has a paw up, like maybe, maybe.
Chess. I
Like
try.
and like as you just say that, like oh I got caught, like busted, like runs after you. It's like
Just-
you get the vibe of like my bad. You wanted to come out here. I don't think it was for that. My bad.
I take us like around the corner of the cabin,
Yeah.
knowingly away out of sight of Moogie, and I just sort of sit down. I look at Chess and give the vibe of like curiosity, trying to like ask
Mhm.
him like, "Do you know what you can do?"
As you as you're like as you like kind of like curiosity, like are you trying to like portray that like we need to work together? We're in this together. Let's okay.
Mhm.
If you're going to try to develop this bond, let me see what we can do. Where's the thing? There it is. Okay. Let's attempt a spirit roll, possibly.
Okay.
I'll let you. You can even use logic if you want. If you're trying to base this on your understanding of the of biofrequency,
Okay.
of just hey, what can we do? It's going to be a difficulty of 3.
And I got 3.
Okay, 3 successes. So as you begin to communicate with this creature, you like Chess kind of like walks around in a circle a bit, takes another seat. Kind of like it's like, yeah, I mean, I can do a lot. Like you can kind of feel like oh, it's almost kind of embarrassed that you've asked, but also it's a very open-ended question.
Mhm.
So that being in mind, as you caught Chess, you have details of your Eidos
Mhm.
that has appeared in your bracer. So as you see Chess trying to sort through to answer properly, trying hard, um, you're able to remember to go click that on your bracer,
Mhm.
and brings up Eidos information, and immediately you begin to see the stats of Chess. Now the only thing is, it too seems unfinished because there are no actual statistics paired to Chess. And this is missing on purpose because of the awesome roll you had last time. But what you do see is general information from its affinity being Earth. And then you see what looks to be an ability, which seems to be a bit passive. And then you see a list of 4 techniques. I'm like, okay, kind of looks a bit familiar.
Mhm.
And then you see what looks to be a slot for gear and a slot for upgrades. And one slot for upgrade is empty, and the one slot for gear is empty as well. But you do see a list of techniques. And on each technique, you see that they are classified as tank, healing, enhancement, elemental, and support.
I see he has some healing abilities, and I think Jackson's arm still hurts, the sort of throbbing pain that is going through his forearm since he got attacked. And he just sort of holds his right forearm out in front of Chess and looks at the abilities and just sort of wills invigorate.
Okay. So as you try to will invigorate, you're like, okay, that one. You kind of feel what seems to be something like bond wise click in place. And Chess kind of like looks over at your arm, walks over, puts a paw on your bandages, and you see what looks to be a strange color of brown and green. And you actually feel your arm. There's like a slight stinging, and you suddenly feel a little tired, but the pain stops. As you take the bandages off, look at your arm, it's completely healed, no scars.
Jackson smiles and gives Chess scratches behind the ear.
Oh, purrs. All the purrs. Just almost falls into it like all 60 to 70 pounds of this rock cat to almost crush your hand again.
I think we're gonna do okay, buddy.
More purrs and more like you got back of, well, you feel the vibe of just, yeah.
Jackson just sits there and lives on him for a while.
So as you spend time with Chess, um, Jesse, as you've woken up from this nap and somehow slept through this work that Darius is trying to do,
Van life.
yeah, van life. What's the plan? Like, is your ram still out, just hanging out? Like, did you nap with the ram, or like did you use the ram as a pillow, or did you call the ram back? What's happened in the past hour or so as the evening has settled in and everybody's trying to get comfortable?
I think before inevitably falling asleep, They just sat the ram across from them inside of the van, just stared for a long time trying to figure this thing out, only to get tired and end up falling asleep. And they wake up, slightly crushed, walk back out, walk back in, fall back asleep, this time cuddling the ram full on. It was just a really long nap, man. Wake up to the ram bleeding a little bit. Sounds. Bah.
So yeah, so it's like as Jesse had like poked their head out of the van, like, what? You see like the ram just kind of hop out, stretch awkwardly, and just like trot on back to the house.
Go back here.
If you're gonna take a nap, you could. There are beds inside, right?
Van life. Yeah.
We're gonna have to talk about this sometime, as he puts nails the final nail over one of the shutters to keep it in place, and he walks over. All right.
So
You need help. You need help with that.
Just finished up, bud. It's fine. But I think
What's-
you need some help.
I think we need to talk with Jackie Boy, actually.
We will. After.
Jackson.
Cool.
Accept your name. Jackie. Jackie Boy.
We can talk to JJ soon. We're going to be staying here for a while, right? So you need to be able to come into the house.
You know? Yeah. You know what I want to talk about?
What?
You know what I want to talk about?
I'm all ears.
The fact that all of my nicknames have been stolen by him.
Aww. Jess. And
I
he
used-
pulls you closer, and he looks you dead in the eyes, and he says, "I'm not that easy to throw off course. This is important. Proper mental health at the end of the world is a very high bar that we need to clear. So you need to talk to us. Remember the triangle and circle? It's trust. You can trust us."
How about we talk about it when we get back from this wherever?
Promise?
Divine promise.
You know. Pinky promise. You can't break it.
Yeah, I've broken a lot of pinky promises in my day.
Not to me.
You know, I suck at the harmonica. Couldn't figure it
Uh-huh.
out. So I started learning how to play the kazoo.
Sound great on the kazoo.
Thanks.
And
Yeah, I know. Jackson would disagree given how many times I came to your place to play it while y'all were trying to study.
we always made it. We made it to our second years, didn't we? So it couldn't have been that bad. I kept my scholarship. He kept his. Everything's good.
Why don't we go and let's go check on Jackson.
All right,
We'll
but
talk when we get back.
to that,
We'll talk when we come back from the place.
do you want to grab your mon? What are
Oi,
you gonna name
Timmy!
them about?
Timmy, get in here.
So as you like yell just Timmy randomly, like you see like this ram's head kind of just like snap around and look like, and you feel across your bond just me.
You got horns? You use fireball. Timmy, come on. This is my ram. He's Enchanter Tim. He's Enchanter Timmy.
So as the enchanter Tim
Timmy.
kind of like trots back over, yawns, like enjoyed the nap. Probably go for another one. You actually feel I was like, yeah, we could chill.
Me too, homie.
So, or and just gets the vibe of just, huh? What now?
We're gonna go harass Jackie's cat.
You see your ram kind of go.
Well, I'm gonna do it. And you can look.
So it's like, and you get this vibe like of like I last time I messed with the cat, water was involved. I don't like water.
Water. Hey, Darius.
Mm-hmm.
Are you having like some weird hallucination things with these creatures too?
Oh, you mean that bond you feel?
Did
You
you
can,
have to say it that way?
what other way would you say it? It's a special connection, a bond, like all of us. Isn't that right? And he like gives
Bah.
like a wave of like positive emotions straight to Moogie.
As you do that, you notice that Mookie had like left your shoulder mid conversation and is on the dash of the van, curled around the hula dancer skirt thing, hula skirt dancer thing.
I think he loves that more than you. I didn't mean it like that. Don't take it that way.
I didn't.
Good.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
All right. Well, let's go talk to Jake Jack.
Again, with him stealing my nicknames, I'm never gonna forgive him.
So as you all,
Jess.
half of the party begrudgingly walking from the van around the side of the cabin, what is Jackson and Jess doing?
I think after uh, it was really like the first deep breath Jackson was able to take, bonding with Chess just now, having his arm healed and
Mhm.
having like an understanding. So I think as it's like getting later, Jackson just sort of like lays down and looks up at the stars and then just like hold his arm out for Chess to like curl up if he wanted to, just
Mhm.
beside him.
Yeah, and Jess does very much so. It's a little uncomfortable, but it's you get used to it.
Hmm.
And still purring, still soft, like taking a nap, just taking it easy. At one point, it kind of lays its head on on your stomach, and I mean it's like 5-10 pounds just in the head.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, okay.
Oh,
But
it's like a weighted blanket.
Yeah, it's like
There we go.
weighted blanket.
It's like a really dense weighted blanket centralized in one area.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
sleeping
the
with a
kid did
dumbbell.
a little bit. So as you all come around the corner of the cabin, um, like it's hit that perfect point of twilight where you can see stars, but there's still enough color in the sky to it's not fully the sun's not fully set yet. And there's Jackson laying on the ground taking a breath with Chess curled up beside him.
Hey, Jackie.
I don't stop. Stop, let the man sleep.
Is he actually asleep?
No, I'm not
I don't
asleep.
know, but I've wakened him up one time and I've regretted it.
I'm just playing with
I'm always trying to
playing with
wake him up
Chess.
early in the morning to go on my runs.
Yeah, I don't run.
Did earlier today.
And you saw how I was doing.
And it'll be better. Don't worry. You'll get addicted to the runner's high soon enough. But what's up?
I was just talking to. I like try to like lift him up and then remember he's heavy and stop. I was just talking to Chess.
So, how's the apocalypse weighing on you, buddy?
I think as long as we stay close to these guys, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah. Think so.
I think we just need some answers.
Think we'll be better with that. Hopefully tomorrow holds some, right?
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys checked out what your friends can do?
I remember
A lot of not dying.
I think I only looked at the passive screen. Is there something beyond that?
They have what it looks like are called techniques or like powers and abilities. Chess can heal. And then
Can
he shows
heal?
them his arm that has no scar. He fixed it.
Can you do my arm?
I look at Chess and would you like to heal Darius?
He puts his hand out like
How's it doing that? How is it doing
the
that?
back of the hand towards the cat.
As you do that, Chess is dead asleep.
I think your buddy's asleep, buddy.
I like try to run my finger down like the bridge of his nose. Chess.
I can
Psst, psst.
wake up.
There's like a real quick, as you both do that, like it's almost like a startled sneeze of him just like this, like right into your ribs. It hurts. But he pokes his head up, like, what? Oh. Just noticing, like, and you also notice that the ram known as Timmy is like hiding behind Jesse, just kind of like poking the head out, just looking, like eyes wide, just trying to see what's going on.
Actually, understandable.
Chess, would you be comfortable healing Darius's arm as well?
It's you kind of get like it's like, yeah, sure.
I like gesture towards his arm. Invigorate.
And so as he says that, cat puts a paw out, like taps your arm, and you feel like you see a strange looking like brownish green energy kind of like pulse from chest onto your arm, and you feel what seems to be like a stinging sensation, and you feel just a little tired. But as you remove the bandages or the wraps, your arm and hand is healed, no scarring.
Oh, I feel like I just went for a run, but that is nice.
He's got two versions of it. One I would assume is stronger than the other. I've just been using the common version for now.
Common version. I'm gonna flick over to techniques and
Mhm.
I'm gonna like push through the bond. How would he work? How would he convey this? Like,
Yeah.
hey buddy, do you want to show off you want to show off, flaunt your stuff over here with us?
You you
Trying to like
find it like
coax.
as you like, are you saying this out loud,
No, I'm
trying to like
conveying-
entice him, or
trying to
just trying to like
convey-
convey it?
Yeah.
Okay. You immediately get back what seems to be a just like a I'm already here. I'm already, magnificent, but sure. And like kind of like floats around in like a circle, and kind of sets up almost like a spring, ready to strike, and waits for whatever it is you're wanting him to do.
Let's try and I think this is an uncommon, and he's like
It would say
Yeah.
beside the skills.
jet javelin.
And what does that do?
As he's like he gets the little twinge and coils even further, the hair / scales start bristling as the air kind of comes toward him, and then he shoots off like a spring with the air forming like a cone around his head, like a spear. So a javelin, and he just goes up, and then he just floats back down. It's like
Okay. Like you get back like, I don't know.
that could. That was
Chess's eyes
javelin.
are the size of like saucers.
Just one hand on the breastbone, the other just like heading down the back of his head.
That was an uncommon, guys.
My abilities or my techniques go up to rare. Is that same for you?
Oh, yeah. He press triangle and circle, and he quickly lifts off. His common move seems to be a bit more defensive. The rest of them all seem to be definitely attacks, and it goes up to rare as well.
So we have
So,
okay, hold on.
so 1 defensive, 3 attacks. It seems.
Okay, so we got a healer cat and a
Attacking snake.
that's just
Or
so,
a
I
spider
swear
snake?
I swear it's Timmy.
Maybe he's air. Maybe he's DPS. No.
We got tank
mm,
DPS and healer.
Wait, what did the move
like a
on
video
your
game?
Yeah, like a video game.
Got it.
Okay.
right here? Right. Yes.
Alright, gamers will rule the apocalypse. Please don't.
Lit
We need to
RPG.
find. We
Oh,
need to.
thank you.
We need to find an abandoned shirt shop and put that on a shirt.
There you go, Inner Geekdom merchandising.
So what about Timmy? Timmy?
yeah, Timmy.
And he like
Timmy.
swipes his bracer like quickly back and forth. What you got? What's the load up? Better yet, show it off. And he like motions for Moogie to come, and he'll sit down with Jackson and them, and then
Look, my
like
dude,
show and tell.
our options seem to be something which, based on the name, I'm assuming little dude guy is gonna set himself on fire and lots of smoke. Unless you want to be breathing that, I don't. Outside, not in the house. Not in the house.
Let's go
Maybe-
outside.
Okay.
Maybe down
No,
by the shore.
no smoking in the house, but you all are outside. So
Yes. Should we move a little bit further down from the house? Maybe near the
Maybe.
water, away from the trees.
Maybe,
I'm sure there's a
maybe.
sizable distance, but
Maybe.
can never be too safe. Only
Hey, you
can
got that?
stop forest fires.
You got that healing on standby, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
grabbing Timmy by his fluffy little cheek face. How do you talk to these?
You just sort of feel it and think it.
Emote at them.
I'm trying my hardest not to do that.
Gotta let the floodgates go sometime.
So what ability are you trying to do?
Fire. Light on fire.
While
Come
you're
on.
still touching
I
them?
want your armor made of fire. Come on.
It's as you talk out loud, like you see the embers in his horns begin to glow brighter and fire begins to coalesce around them, coming up and around his heads, which makes you kind of go, it's pretty hot, like almost burning your hands. And then you see, as he activates what I'm assuming is fire armor, flame armor, you see the flame kind of begin to coalesce across his wool and basically just almost looks like he is enchanted with flame, standing there completely glowing, ready to charge or whatever he needs to, as he is now standing there in front of you on fire.
Now would be a
Jackson.
really bad time to tell him to charge into a tree. We are in a forest.
Jackson
mean,
stands up and
yeah,
like
but do you
stands
think we
behind.
have any?
Jackson stands up and stands behind Jesse and says, "Did you tame Satan?"
I hope so. That would make the
Mhm.
apocalypse a lot nicer.
Do you think you can fry marshmallows on Satan?
That is literally the next LitRPG isekai. The time I accidentally tamed Satan.
Put
Continue.
that on a t-shirt.
Darn it.
All right, Satan, charge down that gravel path. Go. No, stop that way.
He was looking around, like trying to see where you're pointing. Also knows that his name isn't Satan. You named him Timmy, so he doesn't know who you're talking to.
I think you gotta call him Timmy, buddy.
Timmy. He knows his name.
And he takes off almost like a rocket. Just you see just the flames like dancing, leaving a trail behind him, and he takes off, his head barrel down, ready to charge into something. But his armor is, I mean, he's shining bright like a diamond right now.
Dang, talk about a shooting star. All right. Or to be a meteor because it's already on Earth.
It's dark out. I just sent a flaming hot, fiery flare of a ram into the open where everyone could see it.
Can you call him
He's
back?
still running.
You might want to get him back. I'm pretty sure we can. He's going to fire up the old what was it? The
Timmy.
map that tells us what's around. I want to see if that blinding display attracted anything.
I'm gonna follow Timmy.
As you like whistle or like Timmy, come back, Timmy. Nothing begins to show up on the map yet. But Timmy like kind of stops probably about a good like 50 yards away. He's like, "Oh, my bad," and like comes trotting back.
Still on
And,
fire.
oh yeah, still on fire. But very quickly, you all do begin to hear some rustling in the bushes and the trees at a distance. This light show seems to have possibly attracted something, and we'll find out what it is after we take our break.
Oh,
Ah.
Oh,
So with that,
that's nervous.
hang out, give us a couple of minutes. Everybody can chill, get them something to drink, stretch a bit, and we'll be back here 5 or 10. Don't go anywhere. Thank you so much. welcome back.
Missed you guys.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, really quick, we do have one more awesome shout out to let you guys know what's going on. We are actually doing a giveaway this month for a Steam code of Tailspire. You guys need to subscribe to Artifact Valley's channel to get access to the giveaway. All subs will be put in the pot. We'll draw the name, and we will send you the Steam code for Tailspire. It is an awesome 3D virtual tabletop, fully environmental, with able to import assets, create your own interactive maps. If you've seen any of our Fallout campaign, we've been using it for that, and it has been phenomenal. So yeah, if you want to check that out, feel free to. Also, we do have a Nexus store where we are actually selling Tailspire. It is an awesome product. It supports Artifact Valley. We get a percentage back, so being fully transparent there. But it's cool stuff. If you like creating your own maps, if you play a lot of virtual tabletop RPGs, it is an incredible tool. So please check it out. It'll be awesome. So anyway, where we left off, after you all set a ram on fire, and
Hey, that was
it
all
took
Jesse.
off. I mean, it's what it's on brand. As Ram took off running, this is sun setting. It's getting darker. You manage to actually get Timmy's attention, and he turns around and comes running back. But you begin to hear rustling in the trees and bushes, and more specifically, at the edge of the lake. So, coming up through the trees and bushes from the lake, you see some water kind of splash. Stepping out of the bushes is a ginormous crocodile. Those are in Louisiana, I believe. This thing's huge. And we're talking probably about 20 plus feet long. And coming off of it, you can immediately, like, the air immediately smells like caustic, poisonous. It's dangerous. And this thing is like actually trying to charge after Timmy as Timmy's running back to you full sprint. Timmy almost seems oblivious.
Your mic just went out.
Mute.
What are y'all going to do?
Is this the part where we go inside and trust our fortifications?
I think that thing will break down our fortifications.
I think our fortifications suck if it breaks down.
Well, they weren't meant for 2-ton alligator or indescribable amount of tons.
That thing smells like a chemical waste.
Yeah, so it might just burn through our wood.
So what'll happen if we set it on fire? Will that just release energy, chemicals into the air that we don't want to breathe?
It's closer as y'all are having this conversation, so I might need you all to roll initiative.
All right. How do you do initiative here?
Now, initiative is actually a test, just like this. If you take a look at your sheet and your mon stuff,
Mm-hmm.
let's see here, there actually is an initiative bonus at the very bottom of the sheet to your mon. So, let's see here. So you'll be rolling, let's see, fairly certain. I'm thinking, yeah, initiative has its own type of test for combat. Initiative. Let's see here. This is an opposed test using the initiative score. Like with any test, useful qualities can be used to add dice to the roll. So Timmy is kind of oblivious. So Timmy has no idea that he's being chased. He's kind of just like la la la, running back. You all are aware of what's going on. So if you can find a stat that pairs well with your mon, I will allow you to add it to your initiative. Now, for example, if Moogie is feeling threatened because he is no longer the head serpent, head dragon, whatever,
Head
feel free to
scaling.
add. You can add, yeah. Feel free to add power. So I need you all to roll initiative, and we will go from there.
With the
We do
number of
that
dice
many-
in your initiative thing.
Let's see here. Initiative is the number that's added to your roll on this one.
Okay. So it's like just a normal D6 or
You develop it says here this is an opposed test using your initiative score. Like any test, useful qualities can be used to add dice to the roll. If you have nothing else to add to the roll, it would be a single d6 plus that number.
okay. So I
So
can add power.
yeah, you can add power if you would like.
So
So you get a number of dice equal to your power stat. If you want to roll dice equal to the initiative stat, I'll allow it. More die. Everyone loves rolling dice. Let's do it. So this thing gets to roll a bunch of dice. Because he's hungry. He is very hungry.
that's not.
So, there he is. Is. Alrighty.
It's,
Okay. So what did y'all get? Let's see.
35, I think it was. Did I do
It's
that
not a
wrong?
total. It would be like a test above 3, like 4 plus. How many did you get?
Okay. Above 3,
Mm-hmm. At 35, I'm like,
7.
I need.
7. 7.
All right. So Moogie got a 7.
Mhm.
We got 5.
What? You got 5.
9.
9. Wow.
Mm.
And then, okay, for as hungry as this thing is, he didn't roll that well. Let's see here.
Oh wait, was I supposed to add initiative to that?
You're good.
I never.
You're good. And you said you got a 5, right, Moogie?
Oh,
Or Chess?
Just got a 5.
That's what I thought. Okay.
9. Yeah, 9.
Let's see. Alrighty. So at the very top of initiative order is the most oblivious one of all. Timmy. So as Timmy is already on fire, like running to you, what do you do?
Yeah.
You got wavelengths. You can even be like SOS. Take a look behind you. Whatever you want to do to try to get Timmy to turn around.
Yeah. I'm literally just making hand gestures at this point.
You are muted.
You're mute.
Wow, what am I rolling?
Yeah, we're going to need a roll for Timmy. Let me get this
No.
character sheet pulled back up. That's not it. Come on, computer. Technical difficulties.
Oh, if he's got flame armor on right now.
He does have flame armor. So that's a bonus to his defense. The abilities we've designed in Eidos Tamers is actually added to what's already in play on the Animon Story system. So let's see here. Brains. Let's see if he can have a brains roll to see if he realizes he might need to turn around.
Okay. What's the difficulty?
Like 2, 3. Let's say 3. How many?
He's only got 2 dice in there.
Let's make it 2. Let's see how you do.
Yeah, that's definitely not good fly.
Okay. So Timmy spends his turn just like running back with this thing chasing at him. That's Timmy's turn. After Timmy is going to be Moogie. What is Moogie going to do?
Seeing Timmy in trouble, he'll convey need for protection to Moogie and try to help him and shout, I'm assuming he's still quartered around the arm. He's gonna shout, uh, "Let's go, javelin!" and try to like give him some extra force, but like slinging him like even harder into like this. It's a big target. He's gonna try to
I'm
help
with
sling.
you. I am with you.
Mhm.
So doing this attack,
Mhm.
that is going to be based on agility because of Boogie's affinity,
Mhm.
and so we're going to be rolling those dice, plus 2 more for the jet javelin. How's that sound?
Oh, all right.
So a
I'm gonna
total
have
of
to redo this.
5d6.
Okay, I'm gonna have to redo
Okay.
his stat. Well, okay.
Oh no,
So,
you're good. I got you, fam. So it'll be a total of 5d6.
mhm. And let's. What am I trying to beat here?
Either want to get 4 or higher on the dice.
Let's see. All right. So that's 3 successes.
Okay. So that's going to be a total of so 3 successes. He only has a 3 on his dodge. I only got to roll 3d6 and only 1. So basically, it's going to be like an effect of 2 point. Let's see here. Yeah, that's going to hit him hard. So you have a damage stat of Boogie is 8. As you launch this thing hard into this thing,
He's
you
definitely
just
kicked
coil
back.
back. You coil back and just sling Moogie as he goes flying through the air, triggering Jet Javelin. You immediately see Timmy like almost panic and then like put his head down to try to like hit Moogie back. Moogie misses him, and you see Moogie just slam into this huge gator, doing a total of 18 points of damage.
Raw.
Guys,
And you see the gator like go rolling, just like it knocks it off its feet, sending it sliding into the ground. And Timmy finally notices like, hey, what's going on? Like, oh, you immediately get the vibe of how'd that get there? Like so, like it's really weird. So that's Moogie's turn. um, Chess, you're up.
Jackson is getting a little weak in the knees. He's like scrolling through his armband. This says it'll hurt it, and then he points at it, looks at Chess, says, "Stone Crush."
Okay. What was Stone Crush's rarity?
That's going to be an uncommon.
Okay. And what is Chess's power?
His power is a 3.
Okay. So it's going to be a total of 3 plus 2 is 5, so 5d6.
Okay.
You got to get 3 or higher.
I got exactly 3.
Okay. On 3 successes total.
3 successes total.
Okay. I got 2 successes, so it's going to be how much damage is on Chess's stat sheet.
6.
Okay. So it'll be 6 plus 2 for the uncommon because I love you all. It is going to be another 8 points of damage. Now, how is Stone Crush? How does it work? Do you want me to narrate it or do you want to?
I think Chess is the stone. So I
Okay.
think he sort of runs at the gator and then does a
Mhm.
really big leap, then tucks his tail and just becomes a boulder and sort of like a Looney Tunes cartoon, just stops at a certain point and drops.
Okay. So as you see Chess just run and curl into a ball and just flow through the air, just wham, slams into this thing, just and drops slamming into him for another 8 points of damage. That's really good. Okay. That is Chess's turn. It is now the Gator's turn. Let's see.
Chess is a tank. Chess is a tank. They'll be fine. Chess is a tank.
Fine.
Yeah, so Let's double check these special abilities. Oh, that looks fun.
I don't like it
He's
when the GM says
just a boy.
Mm-hmm. So it is actually going to use its toxic breath.
Yeah.
And so as this thing has been getting closer, the three of y'all's bracers actually finally vibrate as this thing has tried to keep walking forward as it's gotten close enough. And you finally get a notification that says Eidos detected running identification protocol.
Gee, thanks.
Oh yeah, it's late. It's absolutely late. So this thing is going to use what is known as its caustic breath. And tie it to power. And that's going to be awesome. And here's since all right,
I don't like the number of dice you're
2,
picking up.
4, 6. So 2, 4, 6. It's going after the javelin because it took it by surprise. So it's going after Moogie. So I need Moogie to be able to roll me some
Dodge.
dice. It's going to be dodge.
All right.
That'll be agility.
That's just a straight dodge roll, right?
It'd be, but it's a dodge equals the number d6s to your stat to dodge.
Okay.
So it
Still.
should be 5
Mm-hmm.
because this thing's pretty quick.
Ah, darn it. I need to be what?
You need to be 4 plus.
4 plus.
Yeah, you want to get 4 or higher.
That's a 1. That's a 1. That's a 1.
You only got 1 success.
1 success. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, I too got 1 success. So it's going to be a tie. As this thing just releases what seems to be just like acidic, toxic, foul-smelling, just breath into the air, like in the air. It would almost be reminiscent of like a dragon breath if it wasn't just so hazy and so.
Like wheezy.
Yeah,
I'm just like, huh?
I wouldn't even say wheezing. It's just like, and just like dust coming out. It stinks. You can smell it from this far away. So I mean, it is horrible. Let's see. So that's going to be the Gator's poor turn. That's all it can do. Going back to the top of initiative order, we have Timmy.
I got a question.
Uh-huh.
So, did Timmy ever get close enough to it that we could sort of find out whether or not the fire would just make the chemicals go burr?
I would say no, you wouldn't know. Not yet. Not without an attack. So yeah. Give it a shot.
I'm gonna try to communicate with Timmy from all the way over here, just like bond something emotions. Roll it down the hill with your horns. Just headbutt it while you're on fire. Get it that way.
Okay. That will be a roll with power. So
Yep.
it'd be a number of D6s roll with power. What's your power stat?
Elaborate.
Do you have? Yeah.
3 in
It's
power.
okay. So it'll be a total of 3d6 that you're rolling. You get 4 or higher. How many of did you get 4 or higher?
4 or higher.
Mhm.
1.
I got 2. So because of that, as you charge in to try to like have Timmy hook the horns and knock the crocodile away, crocodile kind of like takes the hit and just puts a paw and just kind of shoves Timmy out of the way. Good news is the caustic breath doesn't catch fire.
But then
So
we could
there's
have had
that.
an explosion.
Near your home to catch the attention of other wild Eidos that are continually spawning across the planet.
It would have been a little silly. It would have been a little funny. It would have added a little bit of spice.
I mean, it would have.
I think this
I mean, it
voice
would have for sure.
twice. I'm gonna be honest.
So Timmy has like charged in, tried to hook the horns, and this croc just puts his paws up, pushes him out of the way, and like actually tries to snap at him. So around this time, your all's bracers finally ding, saying Eidos identified. Going deep into thing, it says Crocodilus, which is the genus for crocodiles, awkwardly enough. Level 1, affinity toxic.
This thing is
So-
level 1.
So
Hacks. I call hacks.
so it's what's funny is that they gave you really no other new information because it's a crocodile. Yeah, you can smell the like toxic from it.
Yeah.
Bracer system is a bit slow. So yeah,
Thanks, scientists.
The most influential tech company in the world, and they have flip phones for wrist bracers.
Window XP level fast.
Oh my god. These
so
guys
with that,
caused the end of the world. No fucking wonder.
yeah. So with that, it's Moogie's turn.
Snake
All
God.
right.
Snake God. Snake God.
Okay. He's gonna push the emotion of protection and wrath as he's no use in holding back. Let's go for sheer force, his
Right.
rare ability.
Okay. Sheer force. What does that do?
Sheer force. It are you asking for the like visuals or are you asking for the mechanics of it? Because
I'll
it's
tell you
just
what. Both. I'm looking at your stat sheet here. So what we'll do is it is a +4 ability. It is your rare one. I'll say it's probably based on power on this one then, if I had to guess. So that's going to be a pool of 8d6 for you to roll.
yes, sir.
So yeah. So let's go ahead and
Let's okay. What am I trying to beat?
how many of them are 4 or higher?
What? 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are 4 or higher.
Okay. Yeah. That it definitely hits. So this one, since the thing is no longer surprised by the sudden lunging, we'll be taking a total of 12 points of damage. And how does sheer force work? Being this close up to this crocodile, what does sheer force do?
You all see Moogie like raise up and like twist its body like it has something that it's raising up. And you see all it's kind of hard at night, but you see the air kind of move and shimmer as its like body is surrounded by storms and it forms the outline of a clawed hand and it just comes down and rends them.
I would say with Timmy being close enough and on fire, very very easy enough for them to see this. With Timmy being that close, let's see. What is your flame armor is rare, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Because fire and air have some interactions.
Hmm.
So
Oh,
yeah, we're gonna make it a big hit going from to be an extra so you do end up doing a total of 15 points of damage as this thing comes in and just wham. So yeah,
Almost like a dragon's claw. I don't know.
a little bit. A little bit. So everything good over there, Bella?
do I
I
have
heard
to roll anything?
nope, you're good.
Okay.
Make it
It was
passive.
it was a positive
It
mix.
was a positive. So with that, coming up next, we would have chess. What is chess going to do?
I want to try something, and I don't know if it is gonna work the way Jackson is thinking it might. He's hoping the rare move Castle Walls is aptly named. He
Okay.
wants Chess to summon walls under the crocodile to raise it up and then
Mhm.
immediately get rid of the walls to make it fall.
Okay. I'm going to need Chess's brain stat.
Oh, he's, he's got so many of those.
I know. I know.
Okay. All right. Come on, Chess.
No. What is Chess's brain stat total?
Oh,
What's the
2.
total? 2. Okay. So
That's what we
because
need.
you're using this as a control aspect,
Mm-hmm.
being able to just like pop and you're literally trying to like trebuchet this thing up
Mm-hmm.
and then let it drop. Okay. For that sake, you can roll with. I want a brains roll from you first.
Okay. So
So
using
challenge. This
using
will be
Jackson.
Jackson's.
Okay, so
It's gonna be a
Jackson's
challenge.
logic.
Yeah, Jackson's logic.
Okay.
It's gonna be a challenge of 4, so I need 4 successes. The main reason being is you're trying to do a big brain play with a small brain cat.
Yeah.
So if you can dumb it down enough
Mm-hmm.
so that to let them understand, instead of them using brains, I will let you use force if they actually get the idea of just okay.
Okay. No shot.
Oh no.
No, Jackson got
So
a 1.
no, just 1 success, that was all you got?
1 success, and the other 3 dice were all 1s.
Nice. So because of this, as Jackson falls into the trap of going big brain,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be the first time, as you're trying to like convey the logic across a bond to a cat. I need you to roll. I mean, it's not going to be bad. It's going to be because it's a rare ability. It's going to be the 4d6 from the rare ability
Okay.
plus the 2 for brains.
Okay.
So you still might. So
Oh, now that's going to be really good. That's 4 successes.
I had 3 successes finally. Okay. So as you kind of get like like from chess, you're like across your bond mid combat, mid adrenaline, you kind of feel a vibe of sure, and just like a weird side eye, and you see like the wall kind of like come up a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then just pump, and you see this gator just get launched. Let's see. It's unexpected because it did not expect this at all.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to actually be able to. So it's like its upgrade is not going to be kicking in for this one.
It's an
So,
upgrade.
yeah. Well, upgrade in terms of Animon Story stats, not Eidos Tamers upgrade. So, okay, it throws this thing up 10 feet,
Mm-hmm.
and like just with the walls, and you see the gator kind of like flop, and then you literally see the wall just slam back down, like cracking the earth and leaving a divot as this gator just falls. Okay. Trying to figure out how to calculate damage. So, okay. What's your damage stat again?
Chess's damage is 6.
Okay. All right. So, with that, it is now the gator's turn.
The pit gator.
As it is mad, as it like gets to like step up, and the first thing it sees is going to be Timmy because Timmy is trying to hook the horns. So is going to attempt to use a just a generic bite attack using its power stat, and we'll try to actually lock onto Timmy if possible. This will be fun. So I need Timmy to roll dice for his dodge stat.
Okay. How many dice am I rolling again?
What's the dice on his dodge stat?
3.
He'll be rolling 3.
Okay. To be fair, he is on fire. I don't know if this thing wants to try to grapple him.
I'm aware.
Okay. What do I need?
4. How many did you get for there? 4 or higher?
2.
I got 3. So as this thing actually attempts to snap its jaws over the flaming ram, you actually hear like a bah as this snaps and begins to roll. They will be taking a total of, let's see, 6 points of damage.
Yeah, she's still got plenty.
Okay, cool. So that's the Gator's turn. It is now dealing with Timmy. It's now Timmy's turn, and Timmy is in the Gator's mouth. What would Timmy like to do?
Well, it came out of the water, so trying to throw it in there isn't going to do much.
Mm-mm.
Did it just raise its body temperature more? Just have something like that?
Timmy's already got fire armor on.
Mm-hmm. And so you had your smoke screen. What else did you have?
Hold on. And he is latched onto Timmy, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
the
yeah.
fire on the part that he's biting is still fired, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to try to communicate to Timmy to do air warding, which should allow
Okay.
him a little bit of free range with air stuff, which should allow him essentially to blow the fire down the thing's throat.
Yeah. Yeah. So because of that, this thing is I'm reducing its dodge die. So it's going to be the air warding, which would be 2 more d6, and tie it to power, I guess, because you're trying to just go full power, elemental power on this. So yeah, go ahead and roll. Let's see, you gotta get 4. How many 4 higher did you get?
Am I doing power die or damage die?
Right now it's power. We gotta make sure it does. So the total of power plus 2 die from your air warding.
Okay. Let me make sure I'm counting.
You good?
Okay.
That's a lot of die. Jeez.
I got 4 successes.
Hey.
Yeah, I only rolled 1 dodge die, and I got 1 success. So, how does Timmy want to do this?
Are you asking for a description of what happens or just what? Okay.
Sure. It's like Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, whatever. How does Timmy want to finish off the crocodile? If you want me to narrate it, I can. Or if you want to go nuts and creative with it, as only Jesse can, go for it.
I think I'm not going to be super descriptive. Basically, I think what happens is Timmy intentionally rolls over on the crocodile, and while it's kind of, mouth on it, holding it down, is going to just focus all of the air armor down this thing's throat. With the fire, yeah, burn. Burn, 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 searing crocodile making sounds as it's being held in place, and Timmy is fire gas masking it.
So as you're like burn, baby, burn, and go full pyro, you use air warding to push your fire armor down this crocodile's throat, and it immediately lets out this wheezing, pained, like strange gargled crying sound as Timmy just sits on this thing and shoves fire down its throat. And you all watch as very quickly, almost burning away like flames, sickly, like yellowish green particles begin to like float away off this thing until suddenly it just turns to nothing as these toxic particles just dissipate into the air, leaving you all crocodile free, still standing.
Jackson
Hey,
drops to his knees and
Grabs
throws up.
both of you.
Okay, now's not the time. Jackie, the cat, heal. Do your thing. Come on.
Moogie, that was amazing.
Jackson's throwing up.
Nice.
So Jackson throws up. Jackson is like on her knees, blah, throwing up. Like, like, like Timmy is like on his feet, just like, we did it. Yeah, that was fun. And like immediately as Jackson's throwing up, Chess comes running like, oh no, without even trying. You feel it trying to use invigorate on you. Like it almost tackles you, knocking you over. Like because it's like, oh no, are you okay?
I'm so glad you're safe.
Oh, I'm
I
gonna run
slowly
into
make
you.
my way over to Timmy. Kind of hesitant because he's still on fire.
Like you see him like as you're walking over to him, like you see him like I'm good, and like almost sudden like something catches eye on the ground, and like huh? And he like goes over to the ground, just starts sniffing around, and then so like quickly like pokes his head up, looks at you, sees you coming, and, like just does like a trot, just do, and as the flames, it feels you being apprehensive because of his fire, so the fire armor dissipates, and you have a normal Timmy like trotting to you now.
Good. You and me. We're comrades now, brother.
So as you do that, he like shoves like his face and mouth like into one of your hands, not the one petting him, and like you immediately feel something like fall into your hand.
What am I looking? What fell into my hand? Do I-
As he like spits something in your hand, there's ram drool covering it, but it looks to be like a small cylindrical, dull, almost caution yellowish green, uh, similar to this actually. If you got that spring ink pulled up, it looks like it's this little dull looking capsule. Your bracer vibrates as you hold it. It's um, like identify item? Question mark? Yes or no?
Yes.
Let's see. It sends like a almost like a thinking spiral on your screen until finally you feel another vibration that says item drop identified. Technique capsule elemental. Caustic breath. Epic. Allows the Eidos with toxic affinity to expel a wave of toxic breath. Area of effect equals 4 times ferocity bonus. Ferocity statistic. Add to catalog? Question mark. Yes. No.
What's catalog? Jackie, what's catalog? Screw it. Yes.
So as you hit yes, you actually see the crystal, like the capsule you're holding, kind of like crack a bit and just to nothing. And it says it says ability added to catalog or technique added to catalog. As you looked, there is no catalog option It even talked about a ferocity statistic. You've not seen that. All those words sound. I mean, the whole thing is foreign to you, but with Jackson as someone who has explored the system a little bit by getting into the bracer, none of that makes sense. It's almost like the system you're using is half finished. It's missing a lot of details.
Jerky. What did I just do?
It looks like you added the thing that the crocodile did to your moveset.
Yeah, well, I'm clicking it and it's not happening.
Maybe Timmy can't use poison abilities because he's a fire ram.
Height mismatch.
Hey, I got a question. I got a question. With the world going the way that it is, there's going to be a market for buying these things.
Mhm.
So who wants to get into a? No, never mind.
They talk
I'm
about
just-
us.
I'm just saying, if we come across some more of these, there's probably a black market for it.
I
Or
think
will be.
they're worth hanging on to, if nothing else.
I mean,
This definitely rings a bell with you, Darius. In a post-apocalyptic setting, like last session, we talked about those cigarettes.
Mhm.
Techniques and abilities are power.
throughout the
So
whole
there's
time,
a whole thing that very well could be that if you all have techniques or stuff that you do not add to your catalog, and you connect with other survivors, it very well could be if these things are power, this very well could be a currency that could come into play later.
that whole time he was fawning over Moogie, telling them that how great they did and how he's proud of them. How this is how we're gonna make it. He hears them talking, and he runs over and like puts both arms around you. You can, if this was an anime, you'd see like dollar signs in his eyes, and he's like, "Guys, I know what we're gonna do after tomorrow. We're gonna fight."
Jesse, in parentheses, not out loud, just thinking, yeah, I'd rather do that than talk. Something, I don't know. Your mic's off. Okay.
Thoughts, opinions.
I think we need to go find a safe space and start peddling these things to refugees.
Well, can you access your catalog yet?
I don't know. Can you? Can I?
You cannot, not yet.
No.
So, as long as we get the jump on people, like you said earlier today, JJ.
Jackson.
Yes, like you said earlier,
I
other
don't-
people might not have learned how to tame them yet. So that means that they haven't learned how to capture abilities. Well, they may have like just shot at them, but that's probably not like what level was that move?
I'm regret. I can't. It said epic, but I'm having some regrets because I don't have anything that it won't let me access it. Should have just kept it as a
That's
little thing.
common, uncommon, rare. That's probably better than rare since common is common and epic. Whenever we need resources and we make sure that they won't use it against us, this could definitely give us some leverage in whatever future endeavors we need, like maybe a mobile generator, better moves were our pets, our partners.
I think when we get to the safe zone, we should be careful about flaunting that we have something like this. We need to wait and see if there is even a demand for it.
Oh yeah.
Alternative
I really
plan:
don't think we should.
we create the demand for it. I don't have a plan for that. I just think it'd be fun.
I mean, if we capture some random animal, some random mons, and then send them after the town, then show up to defend against the ones that we. Nah, that never worked. Anyway, I think tomorrow we should just
No,
come
no,
with our
Darius.
mons,
Darius, I
stored.
think you're onto something.
What? No, that never worked.
I disagree.
Like Jackson, you've went through a lot of emotion
Mm-hmm.
from throwing up to hearing all of this. How is Jackson feeling right now?
Every time either one of Jesse or Darius speaks, he thinks he's more afraid of the other until they agree with each other.
He has not agreed. He literally just said that out loud.
But it was Jesse who agreed with Darius, and Jesse scares him more than Darius.
Jesse,
Does Jesse
you
know
can't
that?
do that.
I think it's very easy to tell Jackson is very afraid of you.
You know, apocalypses bring out the worst in people.
That's
Jesse,
why we
I
have to
don't
be
think
better.
you're too different than when I knew you before this.
Hey, JJ. Hey, JJ. Worst I ever asked from you was to copy your homework.
It's not what you asked, it was the way you asked it.
Yeah, fair. Sorry
Getting
about your
really-
dorm, by the way.
It's gone. I am certain that it is gone.
Aw,
Also, sorry about taking so much of your stuff.
my
What?
binders.
Taking our stuff.
Hmm?
When did you take our stuff?
She
Freshman
asked for it.
year,
Yeah.
How
she
much
asked
stuff
for it.
did you take?
not much. I didn't keep it. I just wanted to hold it hostage, but then you never noticed it was gone.
And where is it now?
In the lake house.
Jackson looks down at Chess. Holds his face and gets eye level with him. Do you want to go take a nap? Because I want to go take a nap.
It's full on yeah, it's
He
a good idea.
stands up, holds his tail like a leash, and just walks.
Oh, he leads the way. He leads the way, just like trotting along. Oh yeah.
Great talk, bud. We'll
Mm-hmm.
head out in the morning. Remember, we got to keep the mons stored.
Just
Anyway.
staring into the distance. So,
Yeah.
Darius.
Like
Darius.
Timmy is joining you, staring into the distance. Just
Mm-hmm.
How are you holding up?
Me, I'm fine.
Mr. YA protagonist, how are you holding up? What do you think you'd
Did you see what we just did? Working together? Everything I said to now, I feel vindicated. Because when we work together, did you see that cool move our two mons did when they were right next to each other? Didn't even know that would happen. But it did. Look, I know I can come off positive, but I'm just being realistic. This is the world we're in now. And sulking, crying, denying our emotions isn't going to change that. So we might as well make the best of this situation. And what better way to make it the best situation than to be with my two best buds and our new partners, as he gestures to Moogie.
All right. Just making sure that isn't hiding something else. Cool.
Ah, no, don't worry. Besides, I have no one else to worry about, so no, not
Ah.
bad.
Have we never exchanged tragic backstories, my friend?
Oh yeah, tragic backstories. There's nothing tragic.
Jesse pulls out their kazoo. I don't believe you, but okay.
Look, I've told you before. I'm not sure if you were listening. I grew up in an orphanage. It wasn't the worst place. Wasn't the best place. Taught me what I needed to know. It got me my scholarship, and that's how I'm here. It's
You're just-
fine.
Can you just tell me that? Like
We
I
were
asked, can you
gaming
just say it?
Of course, you wanted to know. Plus, I've already told you this before. We were gaming one night, all night, and I was like,
Man,
"Oh, by the way, did I tell you my orphanage sent me pictures?"
Dude, no, I was like, do you know how often I like mix my coffee with Red Bull?
An alarmingly high amount of times. I've told you to not do that. Like
I like
almost
the just absolute
every morning when you
blackout,
were
and then
over.
you wake up like 6 hours later with no memory of it, having gotten so much done.
Yes, we call that your. We call you work Jesse at that time because that's the only time we ever see you do work.
Yeah, that's the only way I can do work. So how's your tragic? What's going? Woo. You just do you tell everyone your tragic backstory?
You keep calling it tragic, and I'm not sure why.
Just
I
come
just
on,
had an
man.
alternative family.
Okay.
I was the big brother. Then they all went off. They found families. I stayed.
And you just tell people stuff when they ask.
Not people. I'm telling you,
Yeah, but I'm a
Big J.
person.
Yeah. Do you want to tell me about your
No,
backstory?
I don't. Let's go. But I want to show Moogie something.
Ah,
Have you put him
let's
away
go.
yet?
Of course not. Just like scratches his head. I assume they're kind of like tired out after the fight.
A
Hey,
little bit.
Jesse wants to make an offering or show
Yeah,
you
I
something.
do. I do actually. How do you? Let's go to the attic.
All right. Uh, coming in through the main door. Do we see you just laying around?
Me?
Like, did you go find like a bed in one of the rooms, or did you just make it to the couch in the living room?
Yeah.
Jackson probably made it like halfway to the love seat or the recliner and just
Mhm.
sort of fell over it. He's still awake. His mind is
Mhm.
just going too fast to fall asleep. Jess is probably asleep though.
So you all managed to come in as like they lay there, and you actually see Chess like preparing to like doing like a wiggle, get ready to jump onto Jackson in the chair because Jackson implied, "Let's go take a nap together." So like, and you're literally walking in, you're seeing like the wiggle and the prep of like how Chess is trying to figure out the dynamic of this because one, he didn't realize that's how recliners worked, and two, Jackson took up the whole thing. So you all are literally seeing this poor cat trying to do the mental gymnastics to figure out how to get up there and not land on Jackson, and it's not going well. But you see these gymnastics happening as you all walk in, as you begin to go upstairs to the attic.
Wait, I was gonna ask if Jesse could try to interfere and like pick the cat up and just gently put it down. next on like the armrest thing.
He's laying across it, across
Ah!
the armrest.
Oh, that's how he fell asleep.
I'm
that-
still awake.
Get
And
your
you so
darn cat!
And
Hey,
just like,
buddy.
turns his head.
you see Chet, like if did you turn to chest or do you turn away?
Turn 2 chest.
Like you literally see chest like you see the cogs turning. Like it's literally like all like Looney Tunes style, the rocks they simulate gears trying to turn. It's not going well. And he is about ready to jump on you, all 65, 70 plus pounds of this earth type cat, to crush you
Yes.
into the recliner.
Jackson will roll and get up. So he's like sits on the armrest and he pats on the actual seat of the chair.
And
There are
big
open
jump,
headrest,
and
but
you feel the recliners. Yeah. So yeah,
Okay, go back to sleep now.
I was never asleep.
Close your eyes and pretend you are. Okay, I grab Darius by the shoulder and start trying to sneakily go back to the attic.
sweet dreams.
Okay. Outside the door.
Mhm.
Don't touch anything. Jesse pulls out not a key. There's no key to this darn door. Why did I say key? Anyway, Jesse opens the door. It's a small room. It's not really big. It's not so much a full attic. It's just the part that's been renovated. It's empty, except for a model train set. Jesse walks up, takes one of the tiny little conductor people, and offers it to Moogie.
okay.
There,
Darius, as you see this happening, what do you do?
I convey the feeling that this is very precious.
As the like word precious kind of like triggers, you actually see like Moogie's attention kind of go, oh, and like kind of slithers forward just out of your arms to see what this is. You see him like just sniff it, kind of look around the room. He actually for a second looks away from your offering down to the table where the other trains are, the other little conductors and the makeshift sets that make up this room. Then he looks back to the conductor, and Darius, you feel what seems to be a small question mark, like almost like a curiosity of why this one.
Uh, I would convey feeling that this is the leader of it. Like trying to say like that's a whole group, and this one is the leader figure of it, and that is what they're offering.
Okay. So as you kind of like gets closer, kind of looks, you see it like actually like turn its head for one item, see, and then another head kind of, and it like very gently like opens its mouth and like takes it and gently begins to pull it out of your hand, Jesse.
You're not gonna
If
want to
you-
drop that on the ground. It will crack open.
I'm sure.
You know, you see him kind of like readjust a little bit, but it's firmly in its mouth. And you actually watch as he like kind of like coils up and out of Darius's arms and heads out of the room and back down the steps. You don't know where he's taking it.
So
These-
did you two
Dude,
build this together?
no, not together. No, wasn't much help in that area.
Mm.
Do you think?
Hmm?
Solar powered. He went through the trouble of making sure they were like solar powered with those dumb little batteries you find in calculators and stuff.
Hmm.
Hence the window.
So that's why they're all on one side.
No, I think he was just kind of not an architect.
True that. Do you think it has enough juice for one go around?
I don't know. I was gonna ask if Movie wanted to ride on one.
I think he's going back to his stash right now.
Gonna have to bring one back for him.
Mm.
Jesse starts setting up the train tracks. Pulls some boxes out from under the desk, not the desk, the tables. Starts taking out tiny, kind of clumsily handcrafted people and sending them up around the town. Pick one.
I'm going to look through, and what's the most clumsily hand painted one? Like the one that's most like this is obviously the first time they tried out. This is the first one.
It is a small child, probably about toddler. You'll notice that it has the same coloring as Jesse.
I like the coloring of this one.
Thanks. Sorry, you can have that back. Here, there's a matching one.
And is there any way they can? I've never dealt with train sets. More, running through the forest, make sure the camo paint is right, and he'll try to, I guess, position them on one of the trains to be like little passengers.
Jesse leans over the table, kind of like so. Just watches for a while. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, train
You want-
sets. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I'm guessing your granddad was really into them.
No, actually, kind of, not really. Yes, but no, but yes. Yes? What are you asking me right now?
I guess I want to know, what is all this? I want to take an interest in your interest.
Everyone he's ever seen die. Not in front of him, obviously, but like I said, he was a very, very old man.
Mm-hmm. He'll start picking through the box of crudely painted, and so I'm guessing each one of these people is family member.
Some. Most of them are friends his friends, because he, like I said, he lived a long life, and it was getting to the point that he was starting to outlive the people he cared about, and he was outlived most of his old friends, and he spent a lot of time up here. Spent a lot.
But you kept him company, didn't you?
No.
Didn't.
Let's go downstairs.
Mm.
Okay. Before you go, do you trigger thing and see if the train will go around the track. There is, because I know you talked about it.
Oh, before you go, is there like a obvious flip switch?
Oh yeah.
Come on. He'll flip the switch.
And it kind of shudders a bit and then just like takes off on the tracks, going through the makeshift town. You know, it's a long trek going through everything. And you know, it takes possibly about 5 minutes for this thing to come back or around through everything. But as it comes to complete its circuit, it's slowing down. And as it goes into the final tunnel, you actually hear it make contact with something. And then you hear like it's going and then like it slows struggling. And you see it push an envelope out of that tunnel. It comes forward. And the train's going to keep pushing it along the way. Unless you stop the train or grab the envelope.
I'm gonna turn the train off real quick.
It's not sealed. There's nothing wrote on it.
Turning my back to Dario so he can't read over my shoulder, just in case.
He's looking the other way. He's like,
Just flips the envelope lid open a little bit, takes it out just enough to peek. What can I see just by pulling it out like that much?
It seems to be a letter. Handwritten.
Can I see the name?
Not without pulling it out and opening it. You recognize a shaky, like the shaky hand. Like handwriting isn't as much used as much anymore with this being this far. Like it's 2096. Everything's digital. But he had his quirks. And the handwriting letters was one of his things that he got a lot of flack for.
Just like the VHS tapes.
But he did it anyway. You recognize the shaky handwriting.
Should probably read this.
I can give you some space.
No. Pulls it out. Glances it over. Are you going to tell me what it says before I finish reading it, or can I?
Go for it.
Oh no, I was at what?
Well, yeah, I can tell you what it says. You notice it's not addressed to anyone for a reason. There's a weird way of he knew you better than anybody. He knew you better than anybody else has ever known you. Whether you liked that he did or not, or whether that you knew he did or not. But there is a date on the letter, and you recognize it was written about 3 years ago. Probably the last time the two of you were actually at this cabin. And it basically just says, I am getting older. And I know you have struggled to find your own way, but find your own way you will.
I'm going to close the letter right there. I'm going to put it back in the envelope. I'm going to fold it. I'm going to put it in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to very meticulously put each little train person back in their little box with all the... You could be watching a bishop prepare for a Catholic ceremony with the way that Jesse is very... Yes. Everything goes away in its little place. puts the box back behind the table.
So around this time, you all hear the recliner tip over downstairs.
Hey, buddy.
Darius, I'm okay.
I know. You're strong. But
I think we should go check on Jackson.
he's not as strong. So let's go and see.
No, he is not. Especially when he's dealing with a. What am I?
Cat
Huh?
or boulder. Let's
That's
go.
a better description.
So, funny enough, as you push down your emotions, you suddenly feel another one that's, it's not yours. But it's like this chair sucks. So as you all go downstairs, you see what looks to be a pile of tipped over recliner, chests like Jackson, chests, Timmy.
You know
Jesse
there are
walks over,
beds
joins the
upstairs,
pile.
right?
Come on, Jackson.
I can't breathe.
Just breathe a little harder. Who wants to make s'mores on Timmy?
Not in that
Timmy
position.
Timmy jumps up like all fours, just
We're gonna have a great apocalypse, guys.
like Timmy picked up the idea of food, and
Oh, these things eat. He's hungry.
I was just
Ah.
wondering that.
Okay, let's see what we have in the cabinets.
Let's see if we can find those rodents.
so as you all get settled into the evening, preparing dinner, getting everything just settled in. From one of the windows, did you get all the windows boarded up?
Most of the
So-
front ones,
Mhm.
since those are technically the only ones. But most of the front floor level ones. If there are
Okay.
any up top higher, he was gonna leave that for a little bit later.
Okay. Then I will say probably from the front door. You would actually see what looks to be a few flashes coming from the van as you kind of poke your head looking at the glass that's built into the little bit of the door. And what looks to be like a small crystal ball is or a disco ball is spinning in the van as well, almost looks to be casting something. And you see Moogie laying on the dash, wrapped around the hula, and you don't know where the little conductor went, but they're stashing stuff. You don't even know where the little disco ball came from. It could have been something in the house. It could have been something that he stashed while you all are at the gas station. You have no idea. But he is stashing stuff in Jesse's van.
I don't know if I should be horrified or
not.
not. Leave him to it. I don't want to mess with that thing. No offense. I shouldn't have called it a thing.
Did
I'm sorry. Hidden.
What are
What-
these?
what-
That's a better question. Are they? They're not mutated animals. Are they?
I think they're new things.
That's a question for someone smarter than me. Let's go find something to eat.
I'm gonna convey food to Moogie to try to bring him back in.
It takes a bit. You get a sense that if it doesn't sound interesting, it's almost like it's not one of his needs. But as you begin to go into detail about s'mores are good, it's a sweet treat thing, and it immediately picks up this idea of you don't know what you're missing. He is immediately in
All of his
because he might want, maybe he wants to snatch one for his hoard. You don't know, but he is curious. He is interested. And so as you all settle in, using, I'm going to assume Timmy's horns, or are you going to let Timmy put flame armor back on in the house?
No, we're just going to use
Horns.
the horns right now.
Okay. So as you all get settled in, get the recliner put
Made
back.
him stick his head in the fireplace. What we're
Okay. Just- okay. So as you all settle into the evening, you hear a soft clack of thunder, and a few minutes later, it begins to rain outside. And you can even see the rain kind of shimmering a bit. So as you look out the door to keep an eye on things, the rain seems to actually have remnants of those golden particles you've noticed that have been floating around everywhere in each drop, sitting on the ground and the water. So whatever this energy that was released from these towers is beginning to make its way through the ecosystem. Survivalists, you would see this, you would recognize this. As it was put into the air, now it's showing the water.
Oh man, that's gonna make. Hopefully, we can boil that out when we come to make our.
So yeah,
I wonder if that. I wonder if that works like a Powerade though.
you stick your hand out in it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, just
He'll
stick your hand out.
up.
Yeah, you see the part it hits and the part will kind of just dissipate.
And just normal water.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
if we can
don't
zap
have
up
to boil that up.
creatures with the same particles, Jesse puts their hand also out, but this time is trying to vacuum up the particles on the rain.
It does nothing. Nothing.
I thought I was
Maybe-
gonna get to make one like clay.
Maybe the energy is incompatible with humans.
Moogie. They're the only one that can actually be in water and be fine. So I was like, hey, you wanna drink of water from the sky?
Immediately, he's like, "No, I want s'mores, whatever these are." He's actually cooling around Timmy, trying to see if he can see one, because you have him sold on this idea of that he might, that these were this good. But y'all been holding out the good stuff from him, so he's a bit distracted.
Well,
So
he's in food
I'm gonna
mode.
hold on. So there are a bunch of empty water jugs because Gramps just collected them. Like you have a bunch of old juice containers, plastic juice containers, never threw them away, just has tons of them. Jesse
Honestly.
goes, grabs a few of them, tries to collect some of that rainwater for later. You're my
So yeah, so as you put the jugs out that collect water, you see it collect water and the particles. The particles tend to just dance in the water. Let's do a logic test. I will allow.
Can I grab Jackson to do the logic test?
Yes, that's what I was going to say. If
Jackson, come here. We're doing something stupid.
I have a bruised rib.
Hey, it's time for experiments.
So I would allow Jackson and Darius can make tests here, being able to use their survivability, their academia, to see what's happening.
Is there any way I could roll spirit somehow? Oh,
I'd let you be super eager about it, unless you just want Jackson to just take the lead on it.
nah, I gotta help my buddy.
Okay. This is going to be brains, unfortunately.
All right, that's fine.
But you get to add your survivability. What's your number on your survivability? 3. So that's 3 extra d6 to add to the roll.
Jackson got 4.
4 successes. Okay.
Mhm.
The challenge is 4, so you did good there. So
Hurrah!
Yeah,
how'd you do, Darius?
3.
3 successes. Okay.
Mhm.
I would say with your survivability, your brain immediately goes to the idea of, does this need to be boiled out? What's happening to the water? Jackson, with your background in just science in general, the general idea of something, what it has the characteristics of what a blight would do, but nothing's dying. This energy was released into the atmosphere, into the air, because it's the same glow that you've seen from the tower. You've seen these particles appear as you've defeated Eidos left and right, especially on your way to this cabin. You've as you've captured these Eidos, you recognize this particle type energy very very easily, but you're noticing that it's attached itself to air. It's seated in clouds. It's now coming down as rain. It's now going to be seeding into the earth. Whatever this energy is, it is expanding into these ecosystems, branching out, changing who knows what. Whatever is happening right now at the end of the world, it is going to change everything, for better or worse, is yet to be seen. And it's starting to actually seed itself into the planet, little by little. Now, we say little by little, it's probably been 12 hours at this point. It's already advancing this far. And with that being said, that is where we're going to call it tonight.
Hey, do you think our Eidos can drink this stuff?
I was
Sorry,
just
go
about to
ahead.
ask.
Oh, you're good. And that's what we're going to call it. I appreciate you guys. If you're still with us, thank you. Thank you so much for joining in and checking this thing out. So, Shadow Majesty, thank you for the raid. Dude, it's awesome, man. Hope everything's going well with you guys.
Yo.
Awesome. You guys actually just made it to the very end of the session. For those of you who are joining us, we're playing Animon Story. It's set in Eidos Tamers, which is my new web serial that just released last week on Royal Road. If you ever get a chance to check it out, it's the easiest way to explain it. It is Monster Hunter kind of meets Pokemon, kind of meets Mad Max. It is a monster-driven, end-of-the-world, apocalyptic lit RPG. So, yeah, if you ever get a chance to check it out, would love to have it. Need reviews, need comments. Patreon's officially going live for this web serial Saturday night. So please check it out. Leave good comments, leave bad comments, leave good reviews, leave bad reviews. I need it to kick the algorithm in even more. Shout out to all the amazing authors who have helped support Eidos Tamers across the Royal Road platform with shout outs, with connecting with their community, and just signal boosting it. I really appreciate it. Shout out to Casually Ham for just being awesome and giving me edits for free. You have been an awesome asset. Just thank you for enjoying the story. And thank you to these wonderful players. If you guys like to go around the circle again and introduce yourselves, talk about your characters, talk about where they can find you, where they can't find you, it's up to you all. We'll start with Eli. Eli, do your thing.
I'm Eli. I play Jackson Blake in Eidos Tamers. He is a well-meaning, very intelligent, but often very frightened young man with a feline Eidos named Chess, who is much more eager to get into the heat of things than Jackson himself is.
Awesome.
My turn?
Awesome. You're next.
Hello. I am Bella. I play Jesse. Take it away.
Okay, so this is where you can find Jesse. It's Bella's art. You actually find Bella's awesome artwork on Royal Road because they did the awesome artwork for the cover. They also did the artwork for the Animons that you see, by Animon, the Eidos monsters on the overlay. They designed those, and big shout out to Eli again for doing the artwork for their characters, for Darius, Jesse, and Jackson. It all looks great. The mons look great. Characters look great. The cover is awesome. It's been pretty cool. You guys are great. Thank you. And last but not least, Don, who you is, what you play, where can we find you?
I'm Don. I play Darius Kai. Don't worry about the last name. He is a prepper, okay, guys. He had plans up to and including Alien Invasion. This one just happened to be the one that worked out. And he's here enjoying the end of the world with his two best buds and their newest partners. Come check us out this day of the week.
Hold on, I'm gonna make a note of him enjoying the end of the world. I feel like that needs to get dug into.
Oh yeah, a little bit. He's enjoying this way too much.
Man, what was your life like before?
So
Pretty good, honestly.
Okay, sorry. Back to.
you're good. And all that to say, my name is Ben. Writing under the name Ptolemaios. That's how you pronounce it. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you for coming in, Shadow Majesty, and everybody. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for everyone just coming to chill. This story's been a lot of fun to write. This campaign has been a lot of fun to play. You guys have been awesome. Don't forget about our Telspire software Steam key giveaway at the end of the month. Subscribe to Artifice Rally, and you'll be included in the drawing for the Steam key. Big shout out to Loki for helping us with all of the links with Nightbot, for serving as chat moderator, for connecting us with Shadow Majesty. These guys are awesome. We appreciate y'all so much. Shout out to Intergeekdom for all the things they do. Intergeekdom has a podcast coming out tomorrow. I believe I'm on it. It's we've talked about video games last week for the show, the announcements that's going to happen this week. They're going to be touching base on those announcements, talking a bit more about some of these games that have been announced. Ignoring the fact that Power Rangers is dead, even though they got a new game coming out. Then, they're also going to be talking about The Boys, as The Boys is premiering, I believe. Is that right, Room? I believe that's right. So The Boys is premiering. So they'll be talking about episodes. So spoilers very well could be a thing. But come check them out. Intergeekdom actually just hit affiliate. So come help them out. The guys are doing some awesome stuff. They've been helping us out a lot. We're hoping to return the love. Just come check out all the nerd stuff we've got going on. And you guys are awesome. Thank you all for hanging out with us, for checking out the stream. Thank you for the raid. You guys are great. So I hope y'all have a great night. Take it easy, and we will see you all tomorrow and next week as well. Thank you so much.